The entire NV side are here, swarming the site, but Rops is going to get the first kill. Being good on the pistol rounds today. Low was the flank, being careful not to overextend through the smoke. Bomb taken down. That should be the round. Indeed, it will be.
We set up Dennis there, waiting to receive these players. Oh, then a grenade out already. I put it switched in time. That is one of his biggest jobs, especially now that UMP has slightly less damage on the ranges. He can't really afford to try to take too many engagements here. So there's the smoke grenade. Trying to use that to help with the delay. Is Molotov the best weapons for this situation at mid to long ranges? Happy with the Deagle already taking down low, and that will be the end of the round. Deagle, gotta be careful. Rops has a good angle. Flashed off that angle though. The few remaining bits of utility is used to take the bomb site, and they have yet to lose a player. So,
and all exiting the way they came in for the most part. That's nice. A lovely last shot by Dennis, and he has an opportunity to do yet more damage. Again, he's only got a pistol.
Which is not the end of the world for you.
So you saw that flash bounced off the wall. Yeah. We were talking the other day about flashbangs and snakes in that position, so you don't get that warning.
I think that flash, people don't expect it. Sometimes maybe even like you throw the flash because the CTs are going to turn after they hear the sound cue. They'll throw the smoke as if they were playing like from a distance, so they can bait out the T just to go down.
As Lowell is still in position though. And this is a problem for EnVyUs. They need to get some progress here. The rotations are coming in very quickly. This looks all but lost at this point. Lowell doing additional damage with another kill. Not having to peek. You get all the information, and there's a double peek. Not too much.
Both, depending on your approach. What works for you as a team. Opening kill from RPK. Lowell is in a position of no return for the team. So we've got a 4v3 on the A site instead of a 4v1. Smoke's being put in again, and Happy will creep around the smoke and take Dennis by surprise.
With yesterday was on B platform, and Renegade still went, who's playing for Ghost, to get those 2 kills being boosted up in which you're in. If your player gets 2 entry kills and dies, hold. You don't need to run through the smoke. You can just wait. You can go back to B if you'd like. You can just wait for the smoke and go away. You can fake. You can do whatever you want. But if you push through the smoke, that's where you basically the advantage you got from getting the kills
on the stairs. And meanwhile, we saw Happy there creeping up the ramp on middle, burst into the bomb site. A flash over just in time to blind Happy. He can't capitalize on the element of surprise that he had, but he'll still get a quick kill there by the double doors. Doing an excellent job here, able to do a lot of damage to the player around the tree as his teammates come in. And Lowell is now just the last man standing. He'll get taken down by...
Jumped behind the wooden panels and spotted Happy, and then went back to hold an angle, and then Chris J threw a flash, but everybody got flashed. All 3 of them got flashed, but while all that was going on, the
true to his name. I'm actually not sure.
You mean really proficient killer?
It looked it looked like that to me as well, James, but goddamn it, James.
Anyway, both teams are on the buy once again. Colossal failure of a score when you're on the CT side of Cobblestone. Trades.
To be fair, they're getting like a fair amount of entry kills, which obviously will make things easier for you in terms of it's not like those entry kills are given freely to them. They're also in a sense that they know for a fact that Mouse never played and the stack.
Anti-eco time for EnVy. And EnVy, they've got so much money on their side.
Ruining Mousesports is...
And this could work out really well against double ops. Smokes, fire everywhere, as you said, and Mousesports are actually doing an okay job so far. Trade 1 for 1, but as things progress and EnVyUs take more ground, they just crush the defense. They seem like quite decisive as well in their plays, which is always good to see. No hesitations.
But maybe not easy to get out of the door, or at least suggest it. See Happy's focusing on it, but once again...
So can't keep buying guns. They are on a pistol round here, but it might just be enough.
Try and finish things off while Scream just holds the alternative angle in case of any flanks. Okay then, Scream. Mr. One Tap.
For the French.
They talk about my broccoli.
Alright, as Janko suggested, just some good game knowledge from EnVy, some studying of Mousesports and understanding their tendencies here. Be surprised.
It's a fake. It's you're aroused. How do you spell ruse?
Ruse is RUSE. Rouse is...
RUSE?
Rouse is something else, yeah. Ruse.
Is it RUSE?
Yeah. It's not going to have an O and be called pronounced ruse.
Well, mate,
Nobody wants to buy flashbangs. Oh, that's one way to start it off. 3 people in the drop, draw attention there. Happy will bait his team, but how many must die before Happy shows his face? So 1 tap for him, but now he requires 4 more. Scream is still alive, but it doesn't look spectacular by any means. A crouch from Dennis will do the job. Scream down to the knife, and this is not a pit.
it says Trouble Mirage on my card instead of Nuke and Cobblestone.
Oh, well, there we go.
Duke, right? And that's a map which seems...
4th one, probably Ash, 5th Inferno. Then you have maybe Mirage is the 6th one, Overpass 7th, or the other way around, but regardless, they still have some work. Oh,
James said he only sees the end of it. But
there was the
there you go.
Oh, Slicky, show me the base. Wall of smokes in the A site. Not every day you see that. The A site completely split in 2. All the kills coming the way of Mousesports. Happy has a lot to do. And I'm not sure how much he's going to get done. Surely the double peek is coming in from the balcony.
Eagle out on a couple of players, but on 3 players actually, but that's more or less it. And that's a nice boost.
The plus side for Mousesports, CTs haven't made it to the bomb site just yet, so there are only so many places they can hide.
In there as 4 players. I really like that they just quit. I don't know if you agree with me, Yanko. I think that's...
Mouse is taking their time.
I think this is the one for door. Or is it balcony? That looks more like balcony to me. Oh no, it's a standing smoke, so it's not either. Oh, okay, that's an interesting approach. Oh, it's the wall again.
Six is the only guy on the bomb site to do anything, but you can see that he can't, there's nowhere for him to stand. He's forced up onto the roof, and that's where he will die. XMS, oh, just like heavily falls upon Mousesports. Goodness, just all T rounds.
He's a silent player, that's interesting. I know Happy's been changing as well. He's unlikely to win it, although never counter-ups out. He's moving very slowly, so he lands on the ledge and can jump back up again. It's a great shot, and that's going to cause a rotation from the CTs. But Mousesports, they know the bomb's been seen as well. What will they do with that information? Still looking for a lurk through from the B bomb site. That's a great shot from Sixer. Will they even realize where he is?
Multiple SMGs or...
Wait, that's the question. It's like one will. Scream's got to be very on point now. 8 bullets left before a reload. And there's one frag, another one can be up their hill with the integrity of numbers as they get picked apart here, but in a great position. As we have Mousesports starting to encroach upon the bomb site itself, pulling out the down 25 seconds to go, and Happy spotted. Happy makes it happen.
Bring the wall of smokes again. So you wonder what the approach will be from EnVy, and it seems it might be a flank. Will Lowell's position get checked, however? The flashbang's in there, and it's easy for him to avoid. Be the round disintegrating in the eyes of EnVy.
Oh no. Oh.
There were 70 cows on the road.
Did you find the goat you like?
Before you talk about Wales as in the, Oscar looking to go for the entry frag here, I'd imagine that there would be a pop flash, but Six is actually on an off angle. So will they still be able to make good of this? Flashes come in and Scream picks up the frag. Oscar's in trouble, pulls out the Tech 9.
Where is the bomb headed? There's a really weird... The bomb is trapped in connector now. We've got a B push from the CTs. Does he make a play? Indeed he does. I thought he might wait to play the numbers game. But there's an AK to be collected later on. Maybe he'll go for it when the bomb's getting planted. No. Charging towards the site. Teammate towards the balcony. Chris Sado still getting tough.
Boom. 16 to 10. What do you think, Yanko? What are your thoughts? Tell us your thoughts, Yanko.
I am positively surprised by EnVyUs in this series. They look very much on point on their T sides. Good game plan, good switching of the pace. They're also on point individually, getting those entry kills as we talked about. And in the end, after such a strong T half, you do feel like it was a matter of time before they get the necessary rounds on the CT side, even though Mousesports started bringing it back slowly.